How much money is there versus silver? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So right here to my left, I am showing off one of my most recent coins that I actually purchased, I want to say a little over a month ago. And it has been so impressive to me, so beautiful to me, even though I am not necessarily a Disney fan anymore. Growing up as a child in the 90s, I want to say most of us were Disney fans. Again, this is prior to Disney going woke. And I remember going to Orlando, Florida, and I was like 8 or 9 years old at the time, but I understood, okay, this is Fantasia. This is classic Disney from the 1940s, you know. Certainly a much better time in America, and certainly a time when Disney was not anywhere as radical as it's become. And I hope that stops, because Disney was such an iconic brand. But these are just phenomenal coins, and you cannot take away from that. So yes, this outstanding fine silver coin depicts the beloved Mickey Mouse as the sorcerer's apprentice from the Disney feature film Fantasia. These have a limited mintage of 15,000 worldwide, much lower than previous Disney silver bullion coins from the New Zealand Mint. Of course, you go to the verse, which is just stunning. I mean, absolutely stunning. And we see Ian Rank Broadley's Queen Elizabeth II surrounded by the country and face value. I mean, absolutely stunning. Then, yes, you go to the reverse and you see Mickey Mouse. Fantasia, you know, just glorious. Then you see the silver etching on the bottom. I'm currently seeing these as low as $60 with free shipping. While that is pricey, these are highly sought after, and many Disney fans will gladly pay $80 to $100, I assure you. So if you are getting your hands on some of these, you're not doing yourself any harm. Those suckers are going to sell for a lot always. And real quick, guys, before I continue, I want to give a quick shout out to Sarge27271. And this is a comment from last night. 2030, you will own nothing and be happy. They really, really want that, you know. Stay safe. Cheers. Wow, great comment coming there from my very special follower, very special subscriber, Sarge27271. And the super class that is dominating the world now, they are not in the interest of the public, the modern day person, let alone the modern day American. You know, we work for these people, and they look at us nothing more than rats, and that's why they call it the rat race. And it's very crucial that we understand markets can stay irrational longer then you can stay solvent. There's approximately 100 billion or less in silver above ground. We're accumulating that much debt right now every 10 days. Every 100 days, we're accumulating a trillion with a T. Think about it. How much money is out there versus silver? There's an endless amount of printed paper, but only so much silver. All the whole world seems to be facing full-blown recessions. The erosion of living standards persists here in America. That's why more credit card companies have emerged, and inflation is getting much more severe. More and more countries are de-dollarizing because our government keeps printing paper like there's no tomorrow. Interest rates are clearly staying higher for longer as banks tighten their funding, and our dollar is not getting nearly as far as it used to. Nowhere close. The window of opportunity to accumulate wealth is here. That's why this channel exists. I want people to know what's going on, and I want them to act while they still can. Because once this window shuts, we're going to see a dramatic consolidation of capital. This is all going to happen in the next couple of years. A little bit less. I want to say the next 19 to 20 months. This is a very small window because the US dollar is about to change forever. The super class have wanted to take away control of the monetary system, and get it out of the hands of individual sovereign governments, individuals, and put it in the hands of Wall Street and larger banks. The central bank structure in the U.S. is controlled by Wall Street. That's why there's no need to wonder why things are the way they are. With the inevitable rise of inflation and the continuation of the erosion of our dollars, this will undoubtedly make the price of silver skyrocket. It's like Peter Schiff said, Trump dodged a bullet, but our economy is not going to be so lucky. We would have already, we would have already had a worse financial crisis than 2008 had the Fed not stepped up. And in all honesty, they did the wrong thing. They should have allowed a crisis, because a worse crisis is going to result from the delay. They continue to kick the can down the road because they'd rather deal with a bigger problem later than a smaller problem today. It's no secret anymore. The banking system is completely insolvent here in America. The banks are in a much more worse shape today than they were during the collapse in 2008. And that's, people really don't understand it, but it's like, look around. We're not even fully into what's about to happen, and living standards have already dropped, in general. You see people with less money, and you see few people with money. Look at that. 1920. 104 years old, going on 105 years old. If you're a silver stacker and you don't got a bag of these, shame on you. You definitely want to have a bag of Buffalo nickels. Dating back to the 20s, to the 30s. The 1920 Buffalo nickel is one of the most intriguing coins and is the second coin to feature a Native American face. And keep this in mind, this is actually very edgy for the era here in America. The coin is also known as an Indian nickel or an Indian head. The Buffalo nickel was part of an attempt to give American coins greater artistic merit in the Roosevelt government, since most coins at this time had simple designs, very bland designs. And I mean, they're still cool designs. I show off those barber quarters, the barber dimes, even the Mercury dimes. But yes, this brought much more diversity. And I would say very, very good diversity, because, the colonists, when they got here, there was Indians here. And it's like, why not honor who was here? This is America, but why not honor the people who were here prior? And it's I think it's very cool that they did that. When it comes to these nickels, condition is absolutely everything in the eyes of the collector. This is why, when presented with the opportunity to get their hands on a 1920 silver nickel, collectors will first and foremost carefully analyze the condition. In circulated condition, these can range anywhere from $1 to $65. This one right here, I'd say, just based off what I'm seeing, because I can see the date clearly. Oh yeah, the back's real nice. I would say $15. $15 is very fair. And yes, these were minted in Philadelphia, and these had a mintage of 63 million. So quite a bit, 63 million. And keep in mind, millions have been melted since then, millions. So that's why they've gone up in value. They are highly sought after now, more than ever. And if you're serious on the silver game, you have to be getting your hands on these Buffalo nickels. And boom, remember folks, you go to my description, you're going to see my latest release. I am a published author. My first book was a dark comedy. Then my second book was a crime thriller. Now my third release, and I'd say my best release, my longest novel to date. This is a sports epic, a sports thriller with a lot of underlying themes, dealing with the mafia, dealing with greed, dealing with betrayal, just dealing with the actual human experience that transcends the game of baseball. I'm not going to say any more, but please check it out, folks. It is my passion. It is my love. You'll find it in my description. Take you directly to my author page on Amazon. It is my love. It is my passion writing, just as silver is my love and passion, as you see right here. But folks, this is Silver Dad Knows. Thank you so much for joining us for another evening. God bless you. God bless your household. And as always, God bless America.